The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
The Lethbridge Bullhorn is all things regarding the Lethbridge Bulls of the Western Canadian Baseball League. The Bullhorn has the latest news regarding the Bulls with interviews with current and past players, signings, game recaps, and updates on all the events happening at Spit Stadium. The Bullhorn is your place for all things regarding baseball in Lethbridge. Get your horns up with the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report.
All right, the Bullhorn up and running on this 19th day of May 2025. All things regarding the Lethbridge Bulls of the WCBL. Congratulations, first off, over the weekend. You can tell my voice is a little bit different than usual. Not that it's ever that great, but the Canadian College World Series happened at Spit Stadium over the weekend. I was the play-by-play guy on HN Live throughout the weekend. A lot of fun, great tournament, just an outstanding final yesterday between the Okanagan College Coyotes and the Thompson River University Wolfpack. Just an outstanding finish to that baseball game. Okanagan got up to a 4-0 lead early, and then it was 8-1 at one point. But TRU stormed back to make it close, but it was a final of 10-9. Just an outstanding way for that tournament to wrap up. Of course, May long weekend, the rain came, but we worked through it. The PBA Prairie Baseball Academy, those kids, and Todd Hubka, Ryan McDonald, Josh Bergman, and Miles Fletcher, and the coaching, the players, and all everybody working hard to get that field in playing condition. The rain just came and actually had a bit of a different final yesterday. 8 a.m. start, Little League style final for the Canadian College World Series. But it was all said and done. Congratulations, tip of the cap to the Okanagan College Coyotes for their big victory. But now it turned the page. It's now Lethbridge Bulls season over there at Spit Stadium. The guys are starting to arrive already. A few more are coming later on this week, but the 26th, 27th, they start going. The TCMM game is a banana ball game this year. TCMM goes bananas, so that should be a lot of fun against the Vauxhall Jets at Spit Stadium, 7 o'clock game time. During earlier on that day, the kids camp happens. All kids that come to the kids camp are automatically entered into the pitch hit and run Major League Baseball hit and run, pitch hit and run. T-shirts and everything else is being produced as we speak, so it should be a lot of fun at Spit Stadium for the banana ball game. We're not using all the banana ball rules, obviously, but we're using some of them because the Jets are still playing competitive baseball leading up to the weekend after that. So Coach Les McTavish, there it is again. Coach Les McTavish, he will getting his troops ready. They have some fun things they want to get that they want to do. The Jets are pretty excited about this thing, and the Bulls players obviously are very excited for what's going to be happening at the game. But then it gets going for real for the Bulls on the 30th of May. They travel to Brooks, and then on the 31st they travel to Medicine Hat. I might actually make the trip out to the Hat to watch that game. Then a double, then back to back against the Okotoks Dogs, defending champion Okotoks Dogs, and then it is one in Swift Current, and then the Bulls return home for their home opener, the Westco Construction home opener, on the 5th of June. Tickets still available, so make sure you go out and get your tickets now. Talk about that in half a second, against the Energy City Cactus Rats, otherwise formerly known as the Edmonton Prospects. So that is happening in just a week away, a week and a half before the home opener, and then before you know it, it's go time there at Spit Stadium and the Lethbridge Bulls. But we got a Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls baseball report to do here first. A couple of Mule Riders from Arkansas joining us on the show today to talk about their college seasons, what their hopes are when they come to Lethbridge in the next coming week and a half, and what they want to try to accomplish with the Lethbridge Bulls, and how they're going to help their baseball careers a little bit. Have some fun this summer, obviously, with the Lethbridge Bulls of WCBL. So should be a lot of fun. First up, Dalen Blanchard, redshirt freshman from Magnolia, Arkansas, right where Southern Arkansas University is located. Josh Bergman, coach, and Carlin Dick, bullet 1, bullet 2. I call them, kind of inside joke there. They lined these guys up for me yesterday. Now it's time to start Lethbridge Bulls baseball season. So without any further ado, as I normally say when these interviews get recorded, is my chat with, from Southern Arkansas, from Magnolia, Arkansas, Dalen Blanchard. Up next on the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report, Dalen Blanchard, the pride of Magnolia, Arkansas. How you doing today, Dalen?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing well. I see you got a hockey jersey. We talked about it a little bit before we came on air. Wayne Gretzky jersey. How did you? It's not something I expected a kid from Arkansas to be sporting on a Monday morning. How did you come up with the Gretzky jersey?
Picked it up at the mall yesterday, 2 days ago. So
big hockey fan?
No, trying to learn, trying to adapt.
There you go. Before you come up to Canada, you got to figure out the game of hockey going on. I do a little bit of research on you before we got going here, Dalen, this morning. Before we get into the baseball things, you played some quarterback in high school.
I wouldn't call it quarterback. It was more of like a glorified running back.
So you made the right choice by going to baseball?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. How did you end up playing for your hometown Mule Riders, and how'd that all come about? Like, you play in high school, and then was it just inevitable you'd end up playing there, or how did the course of action take place?
Yeah, no, I've always been really close with Coach B, Coach Anderson, all those guys there, and then talking with Cape before he left. I mean, it was just the right choice for me.
That's a good thing. So, like, how do you end up? Like, take us through the process. I always get how people end up coming to Lethbridge, Alberta, to play for the summer or wherever it may be throughout the Western Canadian Baseball League. Take us through the process of how you ended up signing with the Lethbridge Bulls of WCBL.
It was actually Coach Caples. He asked me last year if that's something I was interested in. I was like, absolutely, man. I know we got a pipeline up here. We send guys up here every year, so.
Yeah, Carter Claerhout was in the background there. He was here a couple of years ago. He took last summer off. Played a little bit last summer. What's some of the things that old Carter, man of many words and divine wisdom, what's some of the things that he warned you about coming up here to Lethbridge? On the positive and negative side, maybe.
I mean, he didn't really warn me about anything. He was like, Mac's a good guy to play for. Everybody loves to play for him, and we come out here to win. So that's what we're here to do.
You're just over a week away from making the trek up here. You guys, I'm assuming you guys are all driving together.
We're already here. Yeah, we made the trek last week. Came in what? Friday? Thursday. Came in.
Oh, you guys are at Carter's place.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I was mistaken. So you guys are. I did not know that. I thought you guys were still down south. Carter, you didn't tell me what's going on. Carter Claerhout in the background, letting his presence be known. Thank you very much, Carter. Dale, so what's your first impression? Is this your first trip to Canada, Dale?
Yes, sir. It is.
What's your first impressions of? You guys are in Red Deer, right?
Yes, sir. We're in Red Deer.
What's your first impressions?
It's beautiful up here, man. Like, it really is. I didn't know what to expect coming in, but it's beautiful.
What are some of the things? We'll get into the baseball stuff in a second here, but what's some of the things you want to do? Baseball's boring, whatever. But what's some of the stuff you want to do away from the ballpark, and what's maybe some of the things you've learned about the city of Lethbridge, and some things you want to maybe check out while you're around for the summer?
I told Carter before we came up here, I have one goal this summer outside of baseball, and it's to see a moose. So as long as we see a moose, it's a win.
I'm from a little town just west of Lethbridge here. There's a moose that comes actually right into town, and the town's actually in Fort Macleod, where the town's kind of adopted the moose. It kind of just roams around all the place. So maybe I'll take you to my mom's place for lunch one day, and we'll go and check out the moose around Fort Macleod. That's pretty low. That's pretty low expectation. I think we can make that work here in Lethbridge and the Bulls. And that'll be a pretty nice little day trip for you.
Yeah.
So a lot of things go on, and like, how did, like, when you start playing baseball, the red shirt stuff goes on. Tell me about what's going on there with you and how the red shirt freshman, because some people don't understand how it all works. Fill me in how it works, because I get it confused sometimes too. I try to explain it to my wife, and then she gets more confused. So how does the whole process work with the freshman red shirt and all of that going on?
So as long as you don't participate in any games, in really any year, you can redshirt and you'll save a year of eligibility. So, I mean, everything's the same. Like, you practice with the team. Sometimes you can travel with them. Like, you just don't participate in games. So.
It's a lot easier to understand than I really thought it was. What's something that you're going to like? What's something the Lethbridge Bulls fans here at Spitz Stadium can maybe look forward to seeing? Like, what's Dalen Blanchard bringing to Lethbridge Bulls on a nightly basis?
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna compete at the highest level, and we're gonna win. That's what we're gonna do.
That's a good thing. It's been a while since, the 2021, the Bulls won the COVID shortened year and everything else. So 2015, so 10 years since the Bulls Bulls got one home. Is there what's your strong suit out on the field? What's something that the Bulls fans for Dalen Blanchard? What are you going to bring yourself that you're going to bring to the team that's going to get things all together?
I like to consider myself a hitter, so no matter where I'm playing, I like to think I can hit a little bit.
That's one thing. Everybody talks here, you kind of got a stink eye from somebody beside you there. Well, maybe he's got a difference of opinion about maybe what Dalen Blanchard brings to brings to things. Everybody, you can tell people how good you think you are and how great you are. That's no harm in having a little bit of confidence, is there?
Yeah, no problem at all with that. Other than Lee will give you a little stink eye if you.
Dalen, baseball players are creatures of habit. They got some weird things going on in between their ears. Pitchers are more different than most for whatever reason. Pitchers are really weird, and some would go as far as saying they're not very intelligent. But they just throw the baseball. What you got? Any weird superstitions that you're going to bring out that you do before a game or a practice or anything that's got a little bit different? That got people thinking a little bit.
Not really, no, sir. I'm just
Nothing.
more of a don't think, just go.
That's a good thing because Carter has that weird superstition. I don't know if he still does it because I used to bug him about twinkle toes where he would jump over the baseline. Does he still do that?
Yes. Yeah, he does.
Yes, I do.
We should probably stop that little superstition going on there, but it's weird. If it works for Carter, it works for Carter. It's just a weird thing. What's one thing that you think you got to work on just a little bit this summer playing with the Bulls? I know it's summer baseball, so you don't get a lot of practice and that. But what's something that you got to work on just a little bit that you can improve in your game?
You got to work on a little bit on the glove, the defense. Carter doesn't like it when I play third because ball never gets to him. He says.
I think that's once again a Carter problem, not a you problem.
I'm inclined to agree with you on that one.
How long did it take you guys to get up to how many days travel was it from Arkansas to beautiful Red Deer, Alberta?
It was 32 hours and 3 days in the car. 56 total hours. 56
total hours since we left Magnolia. 32 driving in 3 days.
Who had charge of who's in charge? Who's the resident DJ in the vehicle coming up?
It was kind of all of us.
Yeah, it was kind of all of us. Just throwing some songs together.
Dalen, who would when you are throwing in some music when it's your turn to grab onto the stereo? What are you putting on?
Country. That's about it.
Shocker.
I listen to country music. Yeah.
There's a shocker kid from Arkansas. No, that's a weird thing. Who's your favorite call? We were talking some. You play some football. You glorified quarter, a running back. Who's your favorite college football team?
The LSU Tigers.
A kid from Arkansas likes the Tigers.
Yeah, my dad's from South Louisiana, so
okay. Yeah, you SEC people are a bit strange. I don't know what's going on down there. You just pick and choose whoever, no real rhyme or reason. Are you a baseball fan? A lot of guys nowadays, it's a lot different when they play baseball. They don't really watch a ton. Are you a baseball fan, or are you just good at playing it and you don't really watch it when it's going on?
I love watching college baseball. The pros are sometimes prima donnas, so.
It is a different game and all the analytics and things and stuff. Are you an analytics guy, or you just see ball, hit ball?
See ball, hit ball. Swing hard just in case you hit it.
That's absolutely the 100% the right answer. I don't understand why all the other stuff comes in. Coming into Lethbridge, you want to win a championship. Did Carter and anybody tell you, other guys, you guys had Bo Leonard there, your Mule Riders, right? So he was here last year. What was it like playing with Bo? I quite like Bo.
Bo's great, man. Wonderful human being. He's awesome to have around.
He's always smiling.
Yeah.
Nothing dirty against him? No dirt?
No, absolutely not. Bo's a beautiful human being.
That's such a good story. When we're off the air, I'm sure we'll probably tell the whole truth about what's going on. But no one's listening anyways. But things. What number do you wear, and how come?
I wear 27. So SAU does this Big Brother program.
Yeah.
Where little kids come in and they have a big brother on the team, on the college team.
Yeah.
So my big brother, when I first started, wore 27, and I've worn it ever since.
What was his name?
Everybody called him Skez. His last name was Vasquez. He pitched out at SAU.
Well, there you go. 27. Have you told anybody here that you want to wear that number?
I think I told Mac that. I don't know.
He won't remember.
Yeah.
I hope it's in writing somewhere because he won't remember. If it was a verbal thing, he won't remember at all. What else? We'll wrap this thing up. A lot of fun talking to Dalen. Looking forward to seeing you next week. But here in Lethbridge, I think it's between the top of the first. No, it's between the top of the second, the bottom of the second. On the Charlton Hill patio, we get the fans involved in this thing. It's called 3 Easy Questions. You can't get them wrong. I ask you something, you just spout out whatever comes to mind. Real simple. Even Carter got them right, so that's how easy things can be with this one. Ready to go with 3 easy questions?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Favorite movie when you were a kid?
Top Gun.
I seen that when it first came out in theaters in 1987, I think it was. I fell asleep 3 minutes in, and I still haven't seen it. Maybe that's a long time ago. So maybe I should check that one out. Favorite fast food?
Taco Bell.
That's the right answer. Like, I know you can't have a right and wrong answer, but that's the right answer. Taco Bell is fantastic. Used to be all you could eat for like $4, eh? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
One thing you're going to miss the most about Magnolia, Arkansas this summer?
I don't think there's anything. My mom.
That's the right answer. That's actually the right answer, because when she watched this and he goes, that little son of a whatever isn't going to miss me. One of those things. What's the favorite food that your mom makes?
Let's see. She does this like Mexican rice and pork chops.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's the one.
Rice and corn.
You'll have to get her to send the recipe to your billet to make sure that gets taken care of. So you don't miss that little bit. You're going to get a little bit of homesick from Magnolia. If you say you're not going to miss anything, but you will. Everybody does their first time away. So anything else? What else you got? Like you're looking forward to coming down to Lethbridge, having a good time, winning a championship. Is that you almost putting a stamp on that one? Guarantee?
Not a guarantee, but we're going to do everything we can to make it happen.
I hope that's the way it all works out. Dale, this is a lot of fun, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Horns up, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks here in not even a couple of weeks, 10 days, I guess it is. 7 days. Jesus. I wish we had more time than we do, but it's just the way things work. Dale, are you cheering? Like, did you watch the hockey games at all this week?
Yeah, we watched. Carter. He's a big Oilers fan, so every time that game was on, we were watching the Oilers.
A lot of fun. You should see if Carter can get you some playoff tickets. They're cheap, I heard.
Yeah. That's what we try to get. Yeah.
What was the rate for tickets that you got the cheapest you could find?
Oh, I don't know. I know we looked at some and it was like $700 a ticket. It was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
the Lethbridge Bulls don't pay that well over the summer to afford that one fell swoop. So, Dalen, thanks for doing this, and we'll see you in a week from now here at the Lethbridge Bulls, and we're gonna have a great summer playing some baseball and having a lot of fun. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
Take it easy. Bye now.
Bye.
Up next on Mule Rider Central Day here on the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report, Lee Matsuzaki from Honolulu, Hawaii. Lee, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing well here in beautiful Spitz Stadium, home of the Lethbridge Bulls. You had yourself a heck of a year down there with the Mule Riders. What went right for you this season? From what I saw, your stat line was pretty good, second team all conference. What went right for Lee Matsuzaki this spring down in southern Arkansas?
I made a lot of solid contact, which I got lucky and missed a lot of fielders. Can't do anything after you hit the ball. Just got to hope it doesn't go to a fielder. You
guys are way too modest. I'm really good. That's why it went so well for me. That's one of those things, being so modest. 345 home runs, 45 RBIs. Did you have a different approach this year? And how did you compared to your 2 years at Howard College? Not that you had bad numbers there, but it was just a different coaching, just a little bit. You grew up a little bit. You started to realize that the game of baseball is actually quite easy. I mean, 5-year-olds play it. It can't be that hard.
Well,
it's really hard. I'm not downplaying it. It's really hard.
I tore my ACL my true sophomore year, and ever since then, I've had a different mindset towards the game. Never know when it's gonna be your last, so just go out there and have fun. And you really can't control everything, so might as well go out there and do the best you can. Just enjoy every moment of it. So,
I'm glad you brought that up because we had the Canadian College World Series here, PBA, and a lot of guys were playing in their last games. And something like I noticed a lot over the last few years. And then you see these college kids, they're all done, and they sometimes they take it a little bit too seriously and don't get that moment and think about, hey, I'm going to be done someday. You can't play forever. I mean, some guys do, and some guys can only play till they're 22, 23 years old. Is that something that you get thinking about as you start playing a little bit more and you get a little bit older and you go, hey, this is supposed to be fun?
Yeah, especially at the junior college, everything you do is to get recruited, and that change in mindset really helped. I think personally, it's just you never know when the last day is going to be your day. And my last year in the junior college, I felt like I'd left everything out there. I was perfectly okay with hanging it up after that, and I was blessed to get the opportunity to go play at Southern Arkansas. And I just feel like I got nothing left to lose. Just go out there, have fun, and show everybody what I can do.
There it is. I asked Dalen this earlier. He's probably right beside you there wearing his Los Angeles King jersey, which threw me for a bit of a loop this morning here. But how did you end up? Who contacted you first to play for Lethbridge Bulls at WCBL?
So Kate, back in the fall, I told him I wanted to play summer ball. Get an experience, just spend the summer away from home and just play baseball, doing what I like. And he said, "Yeah, we got a place for you to go," and sent me to Lethbridge, which I'm really excited for because I know Carter has some bad blood with the Okotoks, and I was talking about possibly playing for the Okotoks last summer and possibly this summer prior to committing to the Bulls.
Yeah, that's a dirty word around Spit Stadium, the Okotoks Dogs. We try not to bring that up very often. There's a bit of a rivalry there. It's a great organization. They pack the place there, and you're going to have a lot of fun playing in front of, sometimes it can get 6,000 people there. So that should be a lot of fun compared to some of the crowds that you might not play in. A lot of moms and girlfriends watching, I'm sure, at the Mule Rider games.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them. Good to see everybody's fiance and, everybody's moms and dads. And it's great. It's a great atmosphere, but I love every part about it.
Right on. So you end up playing. What did he know about the WCBL? Being from Hawaii, I'm sure it doesn't hit front page news by any means. What do you know about the WCBL once you figured out you were playing here? And what's your thoughts about the league?
I'm excited about it. I heard it's a lot of fun. I heard it's a lot of good competition as well. A lot of the guys I played with in junior college, and even the guys from this past year. I've had friends that have played in this league, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. Everybody says it's a lot of fun, great way to spend the summer. So,
I always wonder, like you play a lot of games in college, and then you're away from home. And what made you decide, I'm going to play summer college baseball in Lethbridge, Alberta, instead of going back to Hawaii or to me that Lethbridge is nice, but I've never been to Hawaii. But I'm just going to maybe lean towards Hawaii as more of a destination than Lethbridge is.
For me, especially going away to college, everywhere I go, it's going to be a plane flight away. So, I'll miss the beach and everything like that, but I'll always be able to go back there one day. But experiences like this, I'll never get it again in my life. And, you only live once. I want to do everything while I can.
Might as well take Lethbridge off the box there at WCBL. That's just different. I always find it funny. Growing up as a kid in Hawaii, what's your watching baseball? What were some of your favorite players to watch? And who's your favorite guy when you were a kid?
Favorite baseball players? I always, root for Hawaii guys because there's not many of them. But big Shane Victorino fan. Actually, one of my best friends growing up, his uncle is Shane Victorino, so we always cheered for him, and it was pretty cool. And I also had a friend that his dad used to run a camp to raise money for children's charity, and he'd always bring down the Hawaii guys and other professional players. So I'd always root for those guys.
You're a Red Sox fan?
No, I'm actually an Orioles fan. That was the team I played for growing up, as long as I can remember. So been an Orioles fan since day one.
They're battling a little bit right now, the old Baltimore Orioles. What's the problem with the Orioles? Like if you were given the magic wand, firing the manager didn't work on I think it was on Thursday, and they've lost 3 in a row again, 15-30, whatever the heck it is. What's the problem out there in Oriole land this year?
I think problem one started when you didn't re-sign Corbin Burns. But I really just think it's the pitching. I think they got a whole bunch of good prospects hitting wise, and I think it's one of those things that if they can do both sides of the ball, they should be a pretty good team.
Pitchers blame hitters blame pitchers, no matter what. Like that's just the way it is. It's their fault. A lot of finger pointing goes on around a clubhouse. Are you like I'm not getting a warm fuzzy feeling from Lee Matsuzaki about being a great teammate. Are you a finger pointer all of a sudden?
I wouldn't say that's me. I'm pretty mellow yellow for the most part. I think Carter Blanchard could agree. I like to keep it light in the dugout and on the field and all that.
I'm just kidding around. I've got to take a pot shot as I kind of know this finger pointing. It wasn't me, not my problem. It was that guy. It was that guy over there. Do you watch a lot of baseball?
I watch a lot of college baseball. A lot of the guys I play with from back home. Try to keep up with everybody and see how they're doing. So
it seems like a lot of guys who play college baseball, they kind of just surpassed the pro game. They kind of like Carlin Dick, who's going to be your assistant coach. He watches college baseball all the time when he's supposed to be working, which is going to have a little chat with him about that. But like a lot of, is it just the competitiveness of college baseball that's just a little bit better to watch?
I think it's that, and you're watching guys the same age as you, which I think is pretty cool. And a lot of the guys that you'll meet playing too, to see them play, and it's like, oh wow, they're doing well, and they're playing against these big name guys. And I always think that's better than watching a pro game because half the time you don't know any of those guys personally. So
talked to Dalen Blanchard just before you came on the air here to see what he wanted to do, and he had a pretty short wish list. He wanted to see a moose of all things. That was his big I don't know how we're going to pull this one off, but we will. What's one thing you want to do around Lethbridge away from the ballpark this summer?
I'm a pretty simple guy. I was really just excited for ketchup chips in the casino.
Ketchup chips in the casino.
Oh yeah!
Holy cow! You guys are just going to be a blast this summer to be around. Hey, ketchup chips, a moose in the casino. Yeah, good. Yeah, get that done on the first day. Like, yeah, here, there's that, there's this. Big ketchup chip guy.
I'm a big fan. One of my roommates back from junior college, he's from Toronto, so he would always bring them down, and I always thought they were fantastic.
I asked Dalen this. I'm going to ask you: do you have any weird superstitions? Because most baseball players, like I said, Carter jumps over the line for whatever reason. Do you got any weird superstitions when you take the field before the game or during or after?
I think superstition-wise, I'd like to think of it as a routine, but I would go left sock first, right sock, and then right shoe, left shoe. That's about it.
I'm right side everything. Like when I played hockey or when I go out and umpire, I'm right side everything first.
Really?
Everything. Yeah. So even in the morning, like, do you put your socks on before your pants?
Of course, you got to. There's that. I feel like if you put on your pants first, that's probably worse. You got to pull the pants over the socks.
Not going to tuck them in, but whatever. It's just sunglass on the hat guy. Are you sunglass on the hat even when it's dark outside?
It kind of depends. If the weather's nice and there's no rain, I'll leave them on there. But if it's raining, don't need to be messing up the lens, so I'll take them off. But yeah, I like to wear clear lens though when it's dark.
I have this little thing I'm going to try to get because I used to umpire WCBL, but I started to work for the Bulls. I can't, but I still do American Legion and things like that. But I'll never understand. I'm going to try to get this trend going that I don't understand like if you wear an elbow pad or whatever, why a guy can run from home to second and he needs to call time and then take it off. Can't you just run the rest of the way with an elbow pad on?
I think you could. I just think personally, it's like it gets a little distracting. Sometimes they fall off, and then that's the last thing you need when you're trying to score on a single to like the right field or something from second.
Okay, but why is it that baseball players will take the elbow pad off, but then they'll put on the oven mitt?
The oven mitt, actually, I've been spiked before, and I think the oven mitt is really helpful.
The oven mitt. I've always wondered that why like I understand the ankle guard running with that, but if you can't, like, why can't you run with an elbow pad on? It's not that distracting. You'll get over it.
I think you also got to you got to interact with the fans a little bit. And
that's what it is.
Clock, you got to call time. You got to give the fans a little bit of life. Give them a little bit.
Give them the horns up and see you later, and everything's going on there.
Yeah.
So that's the actual truth. It's not as distracting. It's that you want to just showboat yourself a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
That's actually a good thing. We don't mind that little fan interaction and get things going. I'm sure you heard it. We were sitting there beside Dalen. We do this thing on the Charlton Hill patio. 3 easy questions. Can't get them wrong. There are some answers more right than others, but you can't get them wrong. You ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Who's smarter, you or teammate Carter Claerhout?
Oh, me, 100%. No question.
No God.
Thing you're going to miss the most from home this summer?
Other than my family, probably the beach.
We got a beach here in Lethbridge, Park Lake. Beautiful.
Sounds good. I'm excited to go.
It's not beautiful.
Oh,
It really isn't. It really, really isn't. It's not bad. It's just not great. Last but not least, favorite ballpark food?
Favorite ballpark food? I'm going to have to go hot dog.
Is a hot dog sandwich?
Hot dog.
Okay, on a follow-up question, is a hot dog a sandwich?
I would have to say yes. It's meat in between 2 slices of bread.
That's 100% the right answer. Like anybody who says it's not, they're out of their minds.
It's a hot dog. It's not just a sandwich. It's a hot dog.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
It's its own thing.
It's a sandwich, 100%.
It's its own thing.
But listen, people call like a Subway sandwich, a submarine sandwich. You cut the bread the same way, you put the meat in there. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So is a hot dog a submarine then?
A hot dog's a hot dog. It's its own thing.
We'll have to have a major discussion with this over a couple of adult beverages this summer, I think, just to straighten this whole thing out.
I feel like we will.
There we go.
And that's okay with me. That's okay.
Lee, what's something that Lethbridge Bulls fans will wrap this thing? Lethbridge Bulls fans can expect to see from you this summer on the field.
I'm hoping they can expect a lot of base hits. Hopefully I'll be out there, showing the fans a whole lot of love. Hopefully some good defense, fingers crossed, but hopefully just something that they can come to the park and just enjoy.
None of this hopefully stuff. You are going to do those things. That's a guarantee. None of this hope. None of this hope. We don't hope here in Lethbridge. We got to get past that hope thing. Beat Okotoks. That's the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah.
Stick it to them,
for sure.
right? That's
a whole
the
bunch of
biggest
friends on that team. Got to kick their butts a little bit.
There you go. I like that. I like that attitude. You guys got them, I think, the first Sunday of the year and then the Tuesday up there. So let's see some wins early on in the season. Lee, thanks a lot for taking time out of your guys. You guys seem like you have action-packed, swamp, busy days sitting there in Red Deer. So thanks for taking time out of your day to join us here on the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Okay, we'll do this again this summer. See you next week, Lee.
See you next week.
Bye, Carter.
Bye, Brent.
We'll see you next week.
Always a treat.
Always, always. We'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
There it is, the Lethbridge Bulls Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report. Dalen Blanchard, Lee Matsuzaki, and a surprise appearance by the Carter Claerhout makes a return to Lethbridge this summer to spend the time here with the Bulls and try to win a championship with the team this summer. There's a couple three Mule Riders there from Southern Arkansas joining us here on the Lethbridge Bulls Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report. Anyways, there it is. The team's getting going. Probably do a couple more of these before the season gets going. And then we'll have things coming up probably on almost a daily basis doing the Bullhorn report of the games that happened as they go and kind of have a scheduling thing how we're going to make them all work. But lots of Lethbridge Bulls content going to be coming at you very shortly. Tickets for everything are on sale now. Get your tickets in advance. They are cheaper online before the day of the game. They are a little more expensive, so get them online, scan the code on your phone as you go through the door, takes away from lives and everything else. The new hats, we got some new designs. They will go on sale later this week as we speak here. Nice design there. And the regular one with the L on them, obviously we'll have that. But then the new design with the bull on the front of them, they're pretty cool. They go on sale later on this week. Kids camps. You have the Bulls camps, obviously, throughout Southern Alberta, sponsored by McDonald's, new to the Bulls this year. So thank you very much to McDonald's for being a part of that. And like I said earlier, the TCMM Kids Camp Banana Ball game, make sure you get rolled up on that. It's all over on bullsbaseball.com. It's going to be an unbelievable season ahead of us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot going. The Believer All Access Pass is also available. That gets you the City Community Connect jersey, a hat, passes early entrance to the game, free tickets to the banana ball game. So make sure you go to bullsbaseball.com for the Believer All Access Pass. There's that. Lots going on. Lethbridge Bulls baseball season starting right away. It's going to be unbelievable. And horns up, everybody. And we'll see you at Spitz Stadium throughout the summer. Go get your tickets now for the Let's Go home opener on June the 5th. That should be a great game. There it is. The Lethbridge Bulls baseball report. The Bullhorn coming at you here. And it's up on Rogers TV and wherever it is to get your podcast. And also, subscribe to the YouTube channel today, which will be up there shortly. If you're watching this, it's probably watched on YouTube. So subscribe to the YouTube channel today for more great Bulls content coming at you soon. There it is, the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls baseball report. Horns up, everybody.
The Lethbridge Bullhorn is all things regarding the Lethbridge Bulls of the Western Canadian Baseball League. The Bullhorn has the latest news regarding the Bulls with interviews with current and past players, signings, game recaps, and updates on all the events happening at Spitz Stadium. The Bullhorn is your place for all things regarding baseball in Lethbridge. Get your horns up with the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls baseball report.